Good morning students, welcome to class 8. As we have completed our topic of geography in last video, we have seen the different concepts related to the natural vegetation and wildlife. In today's lecture we will be discussing about history. In history we will be discussing about the topic which is chapter number 3, ruling the countryside. As we have completed this chapter in our online lecture, but today we will be discussing about certain points, and we will be discussing first an introduction part, then revenue for the company, how it has been generated, and then we will be discussing about the needs to improvement in agriculture in today's lecture. And then we will, if time permits, then we will be discussing our problems also. Okay, so let's begin with the topic. As in introduction, we can say that the East India Company got the Diwani rights on 12th August 1765, as Mughal has given the Diwani rights of Bengal to the company. So company's administration was being under the control of company. Robert Clive, one of the persons who has been receiving this official documentation from the Mughal, he was been therefore making sure that image, or that we can say that event should be printed on a painting. So he makes sure that the painter should be available so that he can record all these transactions which has been done by the Mughal and East India Company, and it has been recorded in the form of picture. And this picture was being ultimately considered as an event recorder for the East India Company. Here, as an Diwan, this East India Company became the chief financial administrator of that territory under its control. The company came to colonize the countryside, organizing the revenue resources, redefining the rights of the people, and producing the crops it wants. In this chapter, we will be discussing certain parts like how they organize revenue, how they redefine the rights of the people, and how they have produced the crops what they want in the future of their European demands. So let's begin with the part as revenue for the company. As Diwani rights was being given to the East India Company, they have extracted more and more revenue out of it, and various measures were being taken by for the benefit for themselves. But still, they were being considered as traders as primarily. They were not being ruling accordingly what they have got, but they were considered as traders. But before 1865, the company wants to purchase any goods from India, they have to import gold and silvers from Britain to India. And now in Bengal, they were not doing that, so they are ultimately collecting the amount of Bengal, and they use that finance for the purchase of goods, and they export that goods to the Britain. In short, I can say that earlier they want to purchase any goods and services, they ultimately bring the money in terms of gold and silver from Europe to India. But now, after getting Diwali rights, they were not been using that money, they were not bringing that gold silver from Europe to India. They use all the money or all the finance which are been available as a revenue to East India Company. They use that to purchase the goods and export to the Britain. But later on, Britain, Bengal faced a huge deep crisis, which were being considered as famine. Here, the proper peasants and craftsmen were not able to get the product, and they are not able to sell the goods on the fixed amount what they want. But in 1770s, the big environment got disturbed, as famine killed nearly one-third population of Bengal, that is 10 million people in Bengal was died, and it was been affected on the revenue of Britain. The control of British related to the revenue has been impacted. Because of that, peasants, artisans were not able to pay the amount which was been fixed as revenue by the British company, and the famine was the main reason on that. Then this topic is related to revenue of company, but then Britishers think that they should improve the agriculture. That's why the next topic is the need to improve agriculture. To make sure that the improvement of agriculture should be occurred, they have introduced one settlement, which name is permanent settlement. This permanent settlement was been introduced in 1793 under the reign of Lord Cornwallis. This permanent settlement has a certain terms in which the amounts are fixed, and it has to be given to the British people as it would be not increasing in the future. यहाँ पे क्या होता था कि यहाँ पे जो रेवेन्यू कलेक्ट करने का जो अमाउंट था वो फिक्स होता था, ये ब्रिटेन ने फिक्स किया था. फ्यूचर में कोई प्रॉफिट बना या लॉस बनाए फिर भी ये फिक्स रेवेन्यू चेंज नहीं होगा, ये कंडीशन रखा था परमानेंट सेटलमेंट में. तालुकदार्स एंड राजास, they were been appointed as zamindars. These zamindars were recognized to collect the revenue, and it was been assumed that they will be improving, they will be investing in the improvement of crops, improvement in the soil fertility and so on. But zamindar was not able to attend to the conditions of land and try to keep more and more money left after collection. They have not been using that money for improvement of land, but they are making profits from that money. Sometimes there was a problem related to payment to the Britishers, but zamindars gets benefited when the sales gets higher and higher. Apart from that, as a result, greed of more revenue, they blinded the exploitation of land resources. A huge problem was that the greed of increasing revenue was the reason to explore the land resources, and the improvement of agriculture was not being conducted. Okay, still we have a time, so we can continue the problems. The problems are related to, as you can see that the permanent settlement was saying that the amount has to be fixed. The amounts cannot be changed even the zamindar gets huge profit. So we will be discussing about further. Numerous zamindars were sold off at auctions organized by the company, as anyone who failed to pay the revenue lose their zamindari rights. Basically यहाँ पे ऐसा होता था कि कंपनी ने परमानेंट सेटलमेंट में कुछ अमाउंट फिक्स किए थे. अगर ज़मींदार उसको पे नहीं कर पाते थे तो उनकी ज़मींदारी राइट्स ले ली जाती थी, साथ में उनकी जो प्रॉपर्टीज़ होती थी उसको ऑक्शन में बेच दिया जाता था. फिर भी ज़मींदार जो होते थे वो इम्प्रूव ऑन लैंड्स के ऊपर ज़्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट करना नहीं चाहते थे, और इसका प्रॉब्लम क्या हुआ कि प्रोडक्शन हैज़ गॉन ड्रास्टिकली डाउन. The production of the crop has been reduced, and then a crop expansion and the price crop in 19th century under the income of Britishers has increased, but Britishers do not get any benefits of that crop price increased. They had a permanent settlement, they had a fixed revenue concept. So Britishers think that afterward the less revenue collection, they have said that a new method has to be generated for the collection of revenue. In the war time of Britishers, we should not have to restrict the revenue tax. We have to impose more and more ways to impose the collection of revenue. So they have started two different methods. One is Malwari system and another is Royatwari system. These systems will be discussed in next lecture. That's it for today. Thank you.